Okay, this is not as great as the original, absolutely not. But I'm still shocked about how great this movie turned out to be. As I said in my previous video, this is probably going to be in my top 3 films of the entire year. Yes, of the entire year. That may sound like overpraising, that may sound like fandom bias, but I do not care. Because this movie is absolutely spectacular, and you need to see it as soon as possible. This review is pretty much here just for the archives and to tell you to go see it. No matter what, go see it. What's up? What's happening? It's going to be welcome back to Animation. For anything and everything animation. Welcome to my review of Wonka, the 3rd Wonka film we've gotten, not including that awful Tom and Jerry piece of cash-in garbage that we got, what, 2017, 2018, something like that? Yeah, that thing is garbage, don't touch it. Because so far we've had the classic original, we had the not-so-good remake with Johnny Depp. I'm sorry, I still think that movie's crap. And it's a movie that I refuse to review because I don't want to watch it again. So going into this one, I had pretty high hopes. It's a prequel story, it's a new story, it's going to tell us a story we don't know, but we haven't heard of yet, and it's going to try to tell us more about Wonka's backstory. It stars Timothée Chalamet, who's fresh off his incredible performance in Dune, at least from what the critics tell me. I still haven't seen it yet. And it has the director of Paddington attached. And I still have yet to watch the Paddington movies either. Yes, I know that may be seen as a cosmic sin by some people, but it's simply because I don't have the time. Between all these other reviews and everything, I haven't really had the time to watch movies that aren't on the schedule. So, I got to see this one last night in theaters, and I'm going to tell you right now, this is one of the most delightful, wonderful experiences I've ever had in a theater all year. This movie is amazing, this movie is spectacular. This movie is scrumdiddlyumptious. Fans need to see it, fans of the original need to see it, and I'm sure if Gene Wilder was still around today, this is a movie he would more than be proud of. Is it as dark as the original? No, but I still think it has that wonderful, delightful charm and heartfelt emotion that made the original work so well. So, I'm not going to say anything more. This is my written review of Wonka. Go see this movie. Wow, this is probably the greatest movie experience that I've had all year. The acting is outstanding, especially Timothée Chalamet, who steals every single scene as Willy Wonka himself. The story is fantastic with many twists and turns. The music is absolutely spectacular with instantly memorable tunes that'll stick in your head and are absolutely delightful to listen to. The characters are the perfect balance between grounded and silly. The story is absolutely wonderful with plenty of heart and joyfulness throughout. The cinematography is absolutely dazzling with plenty of bright colors and creative camera tricks. The directing from the same guy who made the highly praised Paddington films is excellent here, as well as with a full realized vision that's beautifully executed. The villains are cheesy but full of enjoyability. The dry British humor is unbelievably hilarious and always lands. I mean, Mr. Bean's in this movie. Need I say more? The pacing, while a bit on the slow side, is pretty much perfect for this movie and the story it's trying to tell. The references to the classic original are numerous and incredibly well implemented throughout without feeling intrusive, and feel more like loving homages than blatant nostalgia bait, which, thank you, that's a really hard tightrope to walk. The ending is heartwarming, the runtime does not overstay its welcome, and the rewatchability is more than likely going to be pretty freaking high. Honestly, besides the unimpressive CGI, I have no complaints with this one, and even then, it's a very minor complaint, as the rest of this was more than enough to overpower that one little imperfection. Overall, not only was this a very delightful surprise to help close out the year, but I'd go so far as to say that it's a scrumdiddlyumptious one. Charming, funny, heartfelt, and all-around wonderful and magical. Wonka is definitely a must-see film for the year that's easily among the top 5 best of the entire year, or like I said in my previous video, questionably in the top 3. Final verdict for Wonka. I'm honored to give it the highest praise possible. It's a 12 out of 10. Call it bias, call it whatever you want. It's a 12 out of 10. The third film I've ever reviewed to receive this score, and the third movie out of this entire year to earn the highest of praise from me, breaking the scale beyond all comprehension. Highly recommended for families, fans of the original, kids, and pretty much anyone and everyone looking for a delectable delight to get them in that heartwarming holiday spirit. I mean, it's not a Christmas movie, but it has all the elements of a Christmas movie, if you know what I mean. The heartfelt emotion, the wonderful magic, like, it's perfect for the holiday season. It may not technically be a Christmas movie, but it's a great movie to watch around Christmas time. It's delightful, it's wonderful, it's charming. It's an incredible movie that is definitely going to be on my best list, without a doubt. Now, whether or not it'll be in the top 5 or the top 3 is another question entirely, but it should be in the top 3, considering that this is the third movie this year that I've given this 12 out of 10 score to. But we still have Migration. That's going to be my final movie for the year. Then I start the year-end lists. So, yeah. It's been a pretty great year for film, and this is just yet another one to add to the pile. My third ever 12 out of 10, a movie I cannot recommend highly enough, that you absolutely need to see, and I'm going to be absolutely crushed if it bombs. Like, seriously, this is a movie you need to see. Go see it by any means necessary. Go see it, support it, let's make it a big hit. Please. We need a legitimately great movie to make a big hit this year, aside from just Mario. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more scrumdiddlyumptious content just like this every single year and every single day. And stay tuned, because we're not done yet, because we gotta fall right back into season slashings, because next up is the Jim Carrey Grinch, an actual Christmas movie. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.